Look at some more powerful VI commands. We'll open our same file, newkeyer.c. Sometimes we want to try to match brackets or braces in our C code. And here I found the first instance of that. If we use the %sign key, we can toggle between the two and match them up. This also works with the regular parentheses. So if I try and match these up, I see I can toggle back between them. And if I go to this one, toggle between those. Nice for matching braces or brackets. I'd like to show you the dot command. The dot command simply does whatever you did last, and we'll do it as many times as you hit the dot. Let's say we want to change these comments from the double slash to the slash splat slash style. One way we could do that is say 2x to remove those two characters, and then say J to go down, and then dot. So it's doing what I did last. J dot, which was remove two characters. J dot, J dot, J dot. There we go. Really quickly done. If I want to put the old style back in, I can say insert slash splat space escape J 0 dot J 0 dot J 0 dot J 0 dot. So quickly fix that. Now I likewise can add these here. Splat slash J 0 E dot J, and I go back one, dot, and again dot, 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 dot. Really quick to make those edits. A real powerful way to use the dot command is with change word. So if we do let's search for the string dit. We found it right there. Let's change dit, all instances of dit, to da. So I'm going to say change word dot. Now since that's a change word, I'll change any entire string containing dot. And if I say n, which will search for the next thing, I remember I searched for dit before, I land there. Now it's going to execute the change word command, and so dit delay will simply become dot. Now I can say n. Here's my next instance. Dot, n, dot, n, dot, n, dot, n, dot. So if I just had a few strings like that I wanted to change, I could use that dot command with a change word and change them quickly. So I can go back and put all this good stuff back with the U command to undo. Sometimes I want to split my screen. Often I want to look at the very top and the very bottom of my file. Maybe I want to look at my defines at the top while I'm editing something at the bottom. So I can say just :sp, and I split my screen to two halves. These are two halves, both open on the same file. My cursor's in the top half right now, and I'll just hit a 1G to take me to the very top. I move the cursor to the bottom with Control-WW. So now my cursor's in the bottom half of the screen, and I'll go to the very end of the file there with a capital G. Again, to go between screens, Control-WW. And so, I can go down here and look at my pound defines, and then Control-WW to the bottom and edit my code. So that's a really handy thing to do. Close whichever screen you'd like with a Shift-CZ. Sometimes we want to compare two files, just a quick cursory view of them. And so to do that, we can say VSP. So this is a vertical split, and we'll take a look at old keyer.c. And so the newest file is on the left, and so there's the old keyer. It's got the 11.9, 2019. Wow, it's in the future. Wow, it's actually newer than I thought. And we can Control-WW to the other file and scroll to the top of it and see, yeah, there we go. So there's two files. I can look at it and see, oh, the later version actually has some more comments in it. So it's a quick cursory way to look at two different files. Now, if I'm in old keyer.c here, it doesn't really matter. And let's say we want to run a shell command. It's like, oh, I want to include a file, but I can't remember its name. So :bang ls. Let's execute any shell command from within VI. And so in the bottom of the screen, I see the same result as I would have had if I just typed ls at the shell prompt. I can run any shell command. I just hit return to go back. So I can hit bang cal and see the calendar. So any shell command I like to run, piece of cake, no problems. One last thing, if you're running a compiler, let's open up Nuke here. So I'd like to compile the C file, and I have a make file for it, and it exists already. Once I'm within that file, let me make a change here. Just add a space. I'll write it out. I can say : make. Vim then understands to go out and run the make file, which runs the compiler. And there I see my files compiled very nicely, produced all the files that I need. Hit return, and I'm back again. Now, sweet thing is if I have an error, let's get rid of that slash there. Now I have an error. This is going to be, oops, let's go back to that error. So the error is right here. And we say write, we write that file out and say make. Bam. Line 23, expected identifier for token. So if we hit return now, it takes us right back to where our error was and fixes it. So we never had to leave the editor to run the compiler and go back into the editor or anything like that. So very handy. You can run any of the make file or make commands that you'd like. You can say make clean, and it goes off and runs those commands as you'd expect. So those are the last few Vim commands that you need to know to be reasonably effective editing files. So thanks for watching. See you later.